Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday. Today's vlog is going to be, once again, about some of the exercises that I learned in physical therapy. And I hope that this helps somebody, but really it's about making sure that I don't forget them. You can probably see behind me, it's dark. I've had a very full day, starting with physical therapy, work, Zelda stream, everything, and I didn't get a chance to make this until now. But now I can. So a lot of the exercises that I worked on today involved, they got machines and stuff that have the pulleys. I don't have that at home for some reason. How odd is that? So I can emulate that with one of the stretchy bands. So one of the ones that we had done, I'm just going to hook it around this because that seems like it'll work. One of the ones that we had done before is just let's go back, is just pulling back, because I've been trying to work on my upper back and my shoulders. Is one of the things that I've become very aware of is that when you sit at a computer, your shoulders have a tendency to go forward, and this is one of the things that helps with that. So it's just kind of going back and forth. And this is one that we had done last week, and I think I just never recorded it. Anyway, so some of the stuff that we did today was variations on that, and it'll be a little hard to do because this is a little low. I'll have to find some better place in the house to do it. But we did one where the shoulders up here, or the elbows up here next to the shoulder, and then you go up. I cannot do it on this, but I can at least illustrate it. You go up and hold, and you go back and forth. We did another one where I started with my hand upside down, and then I turned, and as I turned, I turned here, and you're supposed to activate the middle of your back. So I did that thing right there. There's another one that I did, and I have to try and remember what it was. Now I remember. I've actually been doing this there, but I haven't tried to do this at home yet. But and I probably can't do it very well with this, but pulling out as far as I can. I might need a longer thing. I could probably order something online that would work, but just giving yourself tension and having your arms out. I can't quite do it with this. And then going back in. So you feel it in your back and in your chest. That's a lot. If this thing was just a little bit longer, that would be easier. And I do need to find something in the house that's a little taller to do this thing. But I think that's most of those. And then the other thing, just so I have it on video so I don't forget, let me, come with me. The only other thing that we did that I want to try and remember is that since I started physical therapy, there was things that we did there, I learned from the physical therapist, and then also he had given me stuff on the app that had somewhat different exercises. One of the exercises that was on the app from the beginning, which I have done, is leg lifts, and this is just a tiny little thing to note. When I was doing the leg lifts on the side, I just held and went down and held and went down. And one variation he was that you should try is you go up, but when you come down very slowly. He's because part of it is control in trying to make sure that you keep your foot straight, that you're focusing on the muscles that you're trying to use, and to not roll over. And the second exercise, which is very similar to this, is where you keep your feet together and you open up. I think in the app it's called clamshell or something. And the thing about this is that having done it at home, I was oh, okay. Trying to open up is
as wide as I could. And he's like, you don't want to do that because as soon as you start to do that, you roll. He's like, you don't want to roll. He's like, you want to, to open up, but then, go back. And the interesting thing was, is I was doing the leg lifts and stuff today, he had put the weighted, what do they call it?
Ankle weights?
Yeah, ankle weights that strap on. So it did that for the leg lifts, and then I think it was on my, somewhere up here to do the clamshell stuff. And I was like, that's neat. That's an interesting thing. There was also one, a variation of the thing I was doing over there with the movement. Now I'm remembering it. Is if you're laying on your side and you have, a weight or something heavy, I was just taking it and doing like this, and it's different. Even though, over there I was doing like this is different because when it's touching your side, it's utilizing some different muscle groups. I don't have anything in my hand, but imagine that I had something in my hand and it's just going back and forth for that. And you can feel that obviously in the back of your arm, but then also a little bit in this part of the back. So his concern up to this point has moved up the body. I know I've talked about that before. I went in because I was having knee pain and then occasional hip pain. So we worked on some stuff for the knee, but then we were like, let's work on some stuff for the hip. And it was like, well, your glutes, or at least one of them, are bad. Let's work on that. And then we've worked up to my back, which is you need to do some things to help your back, which makes perfect sense to me because I know that my back often hurts. And also I do things that hurt my back because I am not always sitting at the computer like I should. So I've learned all these exercises. This was the 8th week. This is my 8th session at physical therapy. And I now have a repertoire of exercises that I can do. And as a result, we are now we're going to take a pretty big break between now and my next physical therapy session. So I'm actually not going to go back for 3 weeks, which will get me through the rest of the holidays. So I won't go back until next year. And I'm going to try and do my best to keep up with my exercises, try and listen to my body and decide which exercises I need to do every day. And hopefully, by the time I go back in 3 weeks, I'll still be feeling good. We'll see. And if I am, then it might be another few weeks. So I might start spreading it out, or maybe even stop and only go in if I need to. So this is cool. This is I feel like I'm graduating in a way because it's been an interesting 8 weeks. I've learned a lot. And I think one of the most interesting things that I've learned in all of this is the ability to really focus on a muscle, which is very mental. If you're trying to work on something, it's not just about doing the exercise, it's about doing the exercise correctly. And sometimes you have to work through it mentally to feel the muscles that you're trying to use. I struggled a lot whenever we started working on the glutes because I had some troubles differentiating between my glutes and my quads. And in certain exercises, my quads just naturally took over, but I got better at it. So yeah. Anyway, physical therapy is really great. It has been amazing so far. And, if anyone is on the fence about it or something, I think that it's worthwhile. Because if you do it, it can really make you feel better. So I'm going to keep at it, and hopefully in 3 weeks, I'm still feeling good. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?